welcome to episode 30. This is the Hello, It's Me, IAmKNicole podcast, and I am your host, K Nicole. We are just going to jump right in to our recap. But first of all, y'all, listen, cheers to 30 episodes of the podcast. I'm really excited about this. I mean, every milestone is an accomplishment for me. So I'm just happy today. And I'm like still in disbelief a little bit that it's been 30 episodes. It feels like just yesterday we were starting with episode 1. So cheers. Shout out to everyone that has been supporting the podcast, that has been following me on this journey, that has listened to every single episode all the way through. I know, some people are not really into podcasts, but some people are. Some people listen just because it's me, and some people listen because they're inspired. Whatever the case may be, thank you for supporting me, tuning in, all of that good stuff. Y'all, I have a whole agenda today, okay? Because I did not want to forget anything when it came to this recap. I have a lot of updates. I feel like a lot has happened since the last episode that we just need to talk about. So we are going to get right into the tea. So the first thing on the list is that now the podcast has its own Instagram account. So make sure you're following the podcast Instagram. Hello, it's me. IAmKNicole on Instagram. Y'all, it's such a crazy story. Like when we first started the podcast, I thought about it and I was like, dang, do we want to make a whole new Instagram? And at that time, I was kind of against it. Like I didn't want to do it because I didn't want to manage another Instagram account. Y'all know I have a lot of Instagrams to manage. So I was just like, I feel like I already have kind of a platform over here and I can just promote it on my actual Instagram account. So I did not make an Instagram for the podcast when we first started. And now that I have rebranded and I am just like looking at my Instagram feed and I have a certain way that I want it to look, I'm like, wow, I really need to give the podcast its own space, its own dedicated space for promotion, just because it needs that, and I feel like I want the podcast to be its own separate entity away from me. So yeah, I made an Instagram for the podcast. So make sure you go ahead and follow us over there. We are posting, throwbacks and everything because I'm very much big on, telling a story, and I want it to kind of lay out everything as it happened. So yeah, we're going back to episode 1. And I also have noticed that I've been getting a lot of new followers recently. So welcome if you're new. And I kind of wanted to, give them the whole story from the beginning. So we're starting with episode 1. I've been posting over there and I will continue to post over there and, just kind of lay out the Instagram how I have it in my mind, because I have like a really clear vision of what I want it to look like. I want it to be this whole portfolio. Like I just kind of wanted to showcase all of the work that we have put in for the past few months. So make sure you're following the Instagram, turn your notifications on. You might have missed an episode or two along the way, and there might be something in there that could really help you. So yeah, just stay tuned for more, more posts on that page. Also, we have started Daily Dose of Co. So yes, you guys, I kind of hinted on it in the last episode, but I have started a new business venture. It is called Your Daily Dose of Co. And this is kind of like, my inspirational and motivational platform. And it's honestly a platform right now that I'm using to just share my feelings, share my thoughts, and it's really helping me, honestly. Like, I know it's helping some of y'all out there. It's still very new, still very fresh, very small, but it's totally fine. Like, it's growing by the day, and I'm very excited about it because it's just another outlet for me. I feel like it's kind of almost like journaling for me. I did buy a journal, started writing, my thoughts out and how I'm feeling and everything. And it just feels good to just release those emotions and those thoughts sometimes. So I feel like Your Daily Dose of Co is literally, it's me in my purest form. These are the things that I am constantly thinking about, things that I'm constantly struggling with or trying to get through. And I just feel like I just want to share, my journey and my experiences, because I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one that's going through certain things. So I kind of wanted to create this platform where you can understand that if I can do it, then you can do it too. So it's your daily reminder that if I can do it, so can you. And it's just real life, So this is my newest business venture, my newest, journey that I'm starting. And it's been really refreshing and almost like inspiring to me too, because just to put yourself out there and be vulnerable with your emotions and with your thoughts, it takes a lot. So just the fact that I'm doing it right now is a win for me. So I'm really excited about this. Shout out to everyone that has already been tapped in. I have updated the description of the podcast, like my description box that I post. So all of my social media is there now. There's a lot more Instagrams now to follow, but that's totally fine. All of y'all are so supportive. I'm like, I know I have so many businesses and so many Instagrams that y'all have to follow to support me, but I really do love y'all. And I love that y'all don't mind supporting all of my journeys, all of my ventures. So your daily dose of Co is in full effect, and I am going to be having products coming very soon. I'm not spilling the tea about what it is yet, but as of right now, it's just my inspirational and motivational page. So if you're needing that daily pick me up, go ahead and follow me over there, because that is what we're doing over there. I also have my personal TikTok now, which I have been posting to, and I am like just living my best life over there. You guys know I have my Smudge TikTok, which I was very, very consistent on TikTok at a time, and then I kind of fell off of it. So now I wanted something for me personally. Like, I feel like I only have my Instagram, and I feel like Smudge has, this Instagram, this TikTok and everything. So I'm like, I just want another platform where I can post content on just for me personally. So I started my personal TikTok. It's at IAmKNicole, and over there we are talking cocktails, we are talking hookah, we are talking turning up. Okay. So if you are into that, if you're into that, if you want to, get lit with us, then go ahead and follow me over there. I'm just all over the place, with content. I'm like, I want to put content over here, put content over there. I just want to have content everywhere. So y'all know TikTok is still very much the new wave. I mean, TikTok is so crazy with how fast you can get caught in the algorithm and how fast you can take off. So I just kind of want to make sure that I'm putting myself in front of as many different audiences as possible. So, yeah, TikTok is, my new fun kind of content to create and just, laugh and be silly and be lit and tipsy and all that good stuff. So, make sure you follow me over there. We are reviving the Smudge TikTok. So, I just feel like I hit this point in life where I went through all of my ideas, like I took time not too long ago, maybe like 3 or 4 months ago, to sit down and really plan out content for the podcast, for Instagram, for YouTube. And I just feel like I just ran out of all those ideas that I have written down. We ran through them, rather. I didn't just like run out, but we kind of did everything that I planned on doing. And now it's just like, I need to plan some more, and I have to really sit down and take time to do that. And y'all know my life is so fast paced. I'm so on the go, and I just have not put that on my schedule yet. So I'm like, no, that's on my schedule now, because we need to plan the content. I feel like I have this cool content that I want to create and post for Smudge, and I just haven't done it yet. So we're going to do it. Okay. We are going to do it. And we're going to revive the Smudge TikTok. I just don't want to, rush things. And I feel like I've just been like waking up that day like, oh, what can I create today so that I can post today? Because I know I need to post every single day. And that's not always the best thing. Sometimes you need to really just slow down, take your time, and plan something that's going to be impactful, something that's going to be beneficial for you and for your audience too. So I just need like a few days to plan. So I'm working on that. We will revive the Smudge TikTok, because I kind of just like went ghost for a really long time. I posted, I think maybe like last week, but I used to be very, very consistent over there, and I was growing really quickly and getting a lot of orders from TikTok. And I just feel like that is just too much of an opportunity to miss out on. So I'm about to jump back on that wave as well. Speaking of Smudge, I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about updates with Smudge, like, what's available, what's not available ever since, this rebrand happened. I don't want people to be confused about what is really going on with Smudge. So basically, the only thing that really happened with the rebrand was that I took away my custom wholesale filled tubes. You were once able to just go on my website and click how many tubes you wanted to buy, which tubes you wanted, and you can pick your color, your scent, all that stuff. So I was just very much overwhelmed by wholesale filled tubes. Like, I was getting a lot more orders really quickly than what I could produce. So I just had to, remove something from my life. That's what I chose to remove. And it's not like wholesale is completely gone. I just wanted to make that very clear. Wholesale is still available. You can get lip gloss containers if you still want that custom color with that scent. um that's the route you can take. You can get the lip gloss containers. You're going to have to fill up your own tubes yourself, but the lip gloss is still available. I also have fill tube kits. Now the kits are for people that don't want to fill up their own tubes and don't mind picking from a pre-made kit. So it's a lot easier on me to have the colors and the scents already established, so you can just pick from what you want when it comes to the kits, but all the glosses are already made. Like, you can't customize it. It comes with this color comes with this scent. So it's kind of just like a standard kit, but that has just been a lot easier for me. So I built these kits based on, my most popular colors and my most popular scents for wholesale. And you can pick which tubes from what I have available that you want. And that has been making life a lot easier for me and my mom. We just know, like, okay, if we have 5 kits to make that day, we're just making the same gloss all day. It's not, us having to mix a million different combinations, because I just had so many pigments available, so many scents available, and it was just becoming a lot for the filled tubes. Now, the gloss containers is super easy for us to create. So, like I said, if you still want that custom aspect, you want to pick the color, you want to pick the scent, you can still get your lip gloss containers. So, I just wanted to make that clear. I hope that makes sense. The kits are already pre-made kits. I do fill them to order, but the colors and the scents are already established, so that just makes it a lot easier on us. So that's what's going on with Smudge Wholesale. Wholesale is still available, but we're just not doing it to the same degree that we were before, with all of the custom options and everything for the filled tubes specifically. Everything else is still available. I'm working on stocking up some new tubes. I've been, ordering new tubes, sampling them out, testing them out, and it's been a whole process. Like, I don't just order stuff and throw it up on the site. I like to order stuff, try it out, make sure it's something that I like, something that I would use for my business, cuz how can I expect y'all to use it for your business if I wouldn't even use it for mine? So it's a longer process than you might think, but I think I have figured out what I want to go with. So stay tuned if you're looking for empty tubes. And I think I'm going to add them for my wholesale filled tube kits as well as another tube option for you guys. So we have some new stuff coming. The whole purpose of my rebrand was to kind of really rebrand Smudge Cosmetics itself, not the wholesale program specifically, but just my personal products. Like, I really wanted to, make something that I was proud of, which is always a thing, but to continue making things that I'm proud of and to put more of a focus on my personal products. So all of my lip glosses are available, you guys. All of my collections that I have put out thus far, minus one. There is one collection that I didn't bring back, but we're not going to talk about it. All of my collections are available, and they're available in my new tube. So make sure you're shopping. Okay, go check them out. All right, you can get what you need, honey. Get everything that you need. That was just really big for me. I hate when I love something, I order something, I use it, I fall in love with it, and then I can't get it anymore. So I really wanted to bring back all of my collections, whether it was a holiday collection or a Valentine's collection or whatever, even if it's not that season right now. I know you guys have a lot of favorites from those collections. So I just want everything to be available. I just want y'all to be able to have everything that y'all need. So everything's available. Cloud 9, you guys, shop my Cloud 9 eyeshadow palette. It is perfect for the spring and summer months with all of the bright colors that it has to offer. I'm just still on Cloud 9 about Cloud 9. I love that palette, you guys, and I just still look at it sometimes like, wow, I can't believe I actually created this. Like, I actually, came up with this concept and picked the colors and everything for the palette. So yeah, I'm still very much in awe about Cloud 9, and it is always available, so make sure you check it out if you're looking for some new colors to rock on your eyes for the spring and summer. And just stay tuned for this new content that I've been working on. Like I said, I really wanted to just sit back, relax, stop, slow down, and really think and plan out the kind of content that I want to post for Smudge. So right now it's a lot of me posting the same things, showing y'all the same things, and just kind of like recycling through my content. I'm like, I don't want to be like that. I don't want to, have to always do that. I want to kind of have a vault of content, like new, fresh content stocked up every now and again so that I can have something new and fresh to post often, more often. So, yeah, that's what I've been working on. Those are pretty much my updates. Um, I'm just, I'm feeling really positive and really optimistic lately, even through the tough times. I'm just like, yeah, I mean, I'm doing great. At the end of the day, I'm doing a great job. I have a lot of people that are supporting me, and it's only up from here. I've been just trying to tell myself that every single day so that I can keep going, keep myself motivated to keep going. So that's it for the recap. Today, we're kind of all over the place with the show because I had some people sending some questions that I want to talk about. And then I also just have, some overall things that I want to talk about. If you're of age, please enjoy a glass of wine with me. Cheers. It is episode 30 of Milestone episode. So today I'm drinking this Snoop Dogg wine, and I really like it. Okay. I'm really into red wine nowadays. So I really like this one. It's not sweet at all, and I still like it, which is very much shocking to me. But it's not dry. It's like it's not sweet, but it's not dry. I don't know. How do you explain this? I don't know. Me and Devin like it. I think Devin likes it. You like it, right, Devin?
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. See? This is our vibe for today. Okay. So
Did you
today.
talk about the asset pack already?
Hmm?
So did you talk about the asset pack already?
Did I talk about the asset pack? No, you know what? I did not talk about the asset pack. Okay, let's start there. That's another update. See, look, Devin always looking out for me. Period. Period, Devin. You want me to talk about it? How about you talk about it? Oops.
What?
Oopsies. Put Devin on the hot seat. This is me and Devin's first collaboration on a digital asset pack for YouTube. And listen, I just have to say, this is like quality, okay? Devin came through with the quality, all right? So just a little bit of backstory. Devin creates a lot of things for me, my businesses. Like he is the editor, he is the filmer. No, I'm kidding. He does all the filming, all the editing for, a lot of stuff. All right. It's not like every single video that I post to YouTube, Devin films. Cause if I'm vlogging or something, I can do that myself. But my OOTD videos, my lookbook videos, the podcast, and then some of the stuff that I post on Instagram, Devin has filmed that stuff. He has edited that stuff. And he is freaking good at what he does, okay? My intro, y'all, all of y'all that came through with the comments about my new intro with the rebrand, that was all Devin, okay? I had a vision in my head. I gave him the vision. He brought it to life. He made it happen. So, yeah, I get a lot of questions all the time about stuff like that. My intro, my YouTube banner, little stuff that I use in my videos, whether it's the graphics, the subscribe or anything like that. So, me and Devin came up with this idea that we wanted to put out a digital asset pack for you guys because I know a lot of people want to start YouTube channels or they already have YouTube channels and they're not good at graphic design or, they don't know where to start when it comes to creating all of those assets for your YouTube channel. So we kind of wanted to create a product that would make that easy for you guys. And that is our YouTube creator asset pack. So this asset pack comes with templates. So literally, like I said, if you're not graphic design savvy, you have a template. Listen, I love me a template, okay? If I can just drag and drop pictures, logos, whatever, change the text, change the color if I want to, personalize it, customize it, make it my own. That is the best thing for me because I am not graphic design inclined, okay? Devin is. I'm not. So when it comes to me, making stuff on my own, I would just, prefer a template. So we have templates for you guys. We have 5 different styles that you can choose from, and it comes with a template for your YouTube banner. It comes with a template for your YouTube end screen, and then you also have a template for your Instagram story and your Instagram feed. So I always tell you guys, promote yourselves on all platforms. So if you have a YouTube channel, you post on YouTube, you have to also promote those videos on Instagram. So I'm even working on that right now because I already know, like, I don't promote my videos on Instagram enough, and that is a goal for me with this rebrand. So we all got to do it, okay? Even me. So check out the YouTube asset pack. I will have it linked down below. It is an amazing investment if you're a creator and you are just looking for, something professional, something clean, something cohesive for your YouTube channel and for your Instagram. And this is only the first asset pack, okay? So just stay tuned. We got more stuff coming soon. Is there anything you want to add? Did I leave anything out?
And it's on sale.
I did that. That was a whole description, man.
And it's on sale.
It's on sale right now, you guys, okay? So make sure you pick it up while it is
No, I'm
on.
saying it's on sale. Like, I forget how much, like $30 off. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You should pick it up while it's on sale. Pick it up while it's on sale. So, like I said, I'll have a link down below. It is currently on sale. You can get it for $30 off, okay? Make sure you grab that while it's on sale. I always have to say this because I feel like when I say it, sometimes people don't hear me right, okay? You have to spend money to make money, okay? You have to invest in yourself. You have to invest in your business. This is the perfect segue into the topic that I have today. You have to invest in yourself and your business because you can't just be throwing out anything. You can't be throwing out stuff that's not quality. And if that's not your forte when it comes to, the graphics and everything, you need to hire somebody. You need to buy something. You need to figure out how you can get it to how it needs to be. You have to invest in yourself. That's just the bottom line, period. Because I feel like a lot of people are very nitpicky about what they want to spend money on, and they don't want to spend this much on that or this much on this, but they'll go to the store and they'll ball out, on clothes, shoes, whatever. But I have always been the type of person, like, if I can't figure out how to do something when it comes to my business or when it comes to, my YouTube channel, I'm always trying to figure out how I can make it happen. How can I reach, like, who can I reach out to that can help me with this? So please, okay, invest in yourself when it comes to these things. And like Devin said, it is currently on sale. It is like a deal that you cannot pass up, okay? Um, there's, people out there selling these kind of things for hundreds and thousands of dollars, believe it or not. So I feel like we created something really beautiful, really easy to work with, and at an affordable price. So check it out. You do have to have Photoshop to edit the templates, but it's super easy to do. Devin put his foot into this pack, okay? Literally. And there's a whole tutorial on how to edit it. So, it's very straightforward, very self-explanatory, and very user friendly. Okay. So, like I said, I'm not a Photoshop girl. Okay. Like, look, me and Photoshop do not get along, but I can do this. Okay. When all the layers are nice and organized and grouped together and everything, and I don't have to do all of that, easy peasy. I can use Photoshop easy that way. So yeah, check it out, you guys. It's amazing. I'm obsessed. We've gotten a lot of good feedback on it. So it is available right now. Click that link down below. Okay. So today's topic that just it's been on my heart, it's been on my mind. Take yourself seriously or no one else will. Okay. And like I said, that was the perfect segue, sir. You're the transition king. Do you know that? Whether it's music, the podcast, we're talking about something, he's always going to give us a nice little segue. Okay. So take yourself seriously or nobody else will. That's a word. And I've been dealing with this. Okay. I've been experiencing a little bit of failed attempts recently, I guess. I feel like sometimes it's still very much surreal to me that I'm an adult, like, oh my God, I'm an adult. I have my own apartment, I have my own office, I have bills to pay, I have a business. I'm working for myself, so it's up to me to show up for me and my businesses every day. So I think that sometimes it's still very much surreal, and I'm still like in disbelief that all of this stuff is happening. And that can cause some things to start happening, like I've been trying to find a daily routine that works for me because, I have to do so many different things. I have so many different things that I'm managing, so many different things that I'm trying to do, but I still also have regular real life responsibilities, like to clean my house, to do the dishes, to make sure I eat. Um so it's just like you have to try to find that balance. You have to try to make sure that you're doing all of the things that you need to be doing. So I've been trying to come up with a daily routine because I always think back to the times when I was in high school and when, I had this really hard set daily routine. Even in college too, like the routine was pretty much set. The days were pretty much set. The schedule was set, and college was busier, like more busy than ever, honestly. But I always think back to high school for some reason because I used to have to get up really early in the morning. I still don't really understand how I was doing that. Um, and then, I had a whole day ahead of me. I had, a set lunchtime, obviously, because we went to lunch at a certain time. So I was always eating at that certain time every single day. I was very active because I was cheering and I was in band and everything. So I had to, exercise. I had to keep my body in shape. I had to keep myself in shape, period, just like have good stamina to do things. And then, I was on a sleep schedule because I had to get up the next day and do the whole thing over again. So I'm just like, those were kind of the parameters that I was forced into in high school, right? Because that's just what it was. This is a schedule. We had to follow by a certain schedule. And I'm just like, why can't I set up a schedule for myself that I can, go off of and form these daily habits that I want to form. So I'm just like sitting here like, I've had so many failed attempts with trying to find a routine, trying to find a schedule, trying to find a meal plan, trying to find just all these things that's going to work for me. And I don't understand why. I don't understand why I always allow myself to fall off of my personal goals, like just the things that I want to do in my daily routines, like getting up and making a smoothie, or getting up and doing a little workout, or getting up and stretching, and getting up and doing like just those little tiny things that I need to do every single day. Why do I allow myself to fall off of that? Why do I allow myself to tell myself, "Oh, I don't feel like doing that today, so we're just not going to do it." Like, what? If I didn't feel like going to school, I still had to go to school. If I didn't feel like running and conditioning, I still had to run and condition. Like, there was no option for me to do that stuff when I was in high school. So, I'm just like, dang, like did I do better when people were telling me what to do? Like, why can I not have self-discipline when it comes to my personal goals? Like, I just always feel like when it comes to work, I am going ham, okay? I am on myself. I am trying to push myself. I'm trying to reach the next best thing, the next best goal. I'm trying to figure out what I can do all the time. Like I'm always on myself when it comes to work related things, but never my personal goals recently. And I just posted about this on your daily dose of code because I was just in my thoughts and in my feelings like what is the tea? Like why can I not stick to a certain routine? Why have I not been able to find a routine that works for me? And I've been trying since last year. It's been a while. So I just recently posted that, and I said, nobody can want this for you more than you when you are on your own and when you are fully in control of your business, your life, all of that. You have to want this for you. You have to figure out those necessary steps. And I feel like I know the necessary steps and I still don't do them. I'm like, what is the tea, sis? Like, why can we not stay on a certain routine? And y'all know it takes time to break bad habits, it takes time to form new habits. And I'm just like, I have to be consistent with this thing. Like, I have to keep doing it. I have to create that repetition, or I'm never gonna form these habits that I want to form. Y'all know I'm really into social media, and I know that people can, tell whatever kind of story they want to tell on social media, but I'm watching these people, I'm watching these vlogs, I'm watching all this content, and I'm seeing the way that they live life. And I'm just like, I kind of want to live my life like that. And I'm not even talking about money. I'm not even talking about, any of that. I'm just talking about like their daily routines. Like, how they're like, oh, my 5 a.m. morning routine, I have to get up really early. And then I have to, do my whole skincare routine, take a shower, go to the gym, come back, have my coffee, have my protein shake and my smoothie. Then we're going to make breakfast. Then we're going to write in our journal and our planner. Then I'm just looking at them like, oh my God, like if I could get up at 5 in the morning and have this much of a productive morning, I cannot even imagine like how accomplished and how amazing I would feel, And I'm just like, what I mean, 5 a.m. is very, very unrealistic for me, but just the thought of, a whole list of things to do in the morning that consist of you taking care of yourself and making sure you are feeling like your best self and making sure you are nourished, you have eaten, you have drank your water, you have had your coffee, your protein, whatever your body need, you're feeding yourself the things that you need in order to have a productive day after that. So I'm just like, girl, I wanna do that, and I'm seeing all the things. I know exactly what I need to do. That's the crazy part. It's like I will know all the necessary steps. Like I know all the steps that I need to take. I just can't get myself up out the bed to do it. I'm like, "Sis, come on, get up. We got stuff to do." So recently that has been what I've been working on, and I created an even more realistic schedule for myself because I found myself being a little bit too optimistic, and that's never good. Setting unrealistic goals for yourself is never good because you're basically setting yourself up for failure. So I was just like, you know what, let's reel this back in a little bit, okay, because it's going to take us a little bit of time to get to those places. So let's worry about what we can do now. Let's try to do stuff now that's not going to be too intense, that's not going to be too intimidating, to the point where I just don't want to do it and I give up before I even started. So yeah, I created an even more realistic routine for my day. And it's been a few days, and even though today I kind of did not do anything because it's the weekend and we had to film the podcast and everything, I feel like I want to, make this something for my weekdays because I know on the weekend sometimes I just want to do whatever I feel like doing and I just kind of go with the flow. So I'm like, yeah, let's try Monday through Friday and see what happens. I did my full routine for one day so far, and we're gonna see how it goes. We're just gonna keep going. I know I just need to keep that same energy when it comes to my personal health and my personal goals that I do when it comes to work. Like work cannot always be the priority. And I just hate that sometimes I'm just so wrapped up in that mindset. I don't even know, how I got to this place, but I just think that I'm a workaholic, and it can be a very toxic thing sometimes when you will prioritize work over food, like work over stopping to take a lunch break. Like, oh my God, no, I don't want to stop because then I'm going to, no, 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 no. Like, it's just like excuse after excuse after excuse. And I just continue to make excuses. Once you get wrapped up into that, it's just like you're going to continue to say things to yourself to make yourself not do what you know you need to do. So, I am on the journey of forming healthy habits, okay? And we're going to accomplish these goals, okay? I am going to break out of these unhealthy habits and break into some new, healthier habits because nobody is going to take my nobody's going to take me seriously unless I take myself seriously. That's the moral of the story. And nobody is going to force me to do these things because I'm an adult and nobody is out here telling me what to do except for me. So, yeah, I'm just like, sis, we're going to snatch it together, okay? So that's what I wanted to share today. I feel like that's some tea. I feel like I'm not the only person that goes through these things, and sometimes you might be going through it and you just don't know. And I think that I did that for a long time before I actually realized like what was happening. I'm like, okay, this is kind of like an unhealthy cycle that I need to break. And now that I'm aware of it, now that I have accepted it, I am on the journey to form healthier habits. Okay. Cheers to being healthy, please and thanks. Because we don't have time. At the end of the day, it's just like you don't have time to not be feeling like your best self when you have so many things that you have to do. It's just not okay. So yeah, Devin, Do you have some questions from the squad? Because I have some questions from the squad too, but I don't want to clash with your questions from the squad. I have a few questions that I would like to talk about, okay? Because we gonna talk about the tea.
Let me start with yours first, and then I ask them later.
Period, period. All right, so the first question that I have is, as a creative, how do you overcome moments of frustration and doubt? And I think I just posted about this on your Daily Dose of Code too. My post that was just like, trust yourself. I feel like when you're a creator, you are going to be your biggest critic, honestly. And we spend a lot of time on our work too. So sometimes we're just like too wrapped in, I feel like. So I just think that we have to trust our instincts and trust our gut, because most of the time we're doing a lot better than we think we are. And if you're having, moments of doubt when it comes to your work, just, step away from it for a few seconds and maybe have someone else look at it, get a fresh set of eyes on it, because a lot of the times when we sit in front of the computer for hours and hours and hours, it's just like our brain gets to a state where it's just fried. I like to say that I'm like, my eyes are fried, my brain is fried, I'm exhausted, I'm really tired of just looking at the same thing and wondering, okay, do I like it like this? Or maybe I should move this or change this. Um, so yeah, I would just say, take a step back from it and just know, like, you have to trust yourself. You have to trust your gut and your creative instincts too, because like I said, most of the times we're doing great. It just doesn't feel that way. And I also know, like, sometimes when I'm working on something and I feel like I'm not making progress fast enough, I feel bad about that. I feel like, I'm not doing a great job, but at the end of the day, I am doing a great job and I'm working as fast as I can. So I think it's also just like a mental thing too. Um, being frustrated, I mean, literally that's kind of what I was feeling when I decided that I wanted to do a rebrand. I just felt like I was stuck. I felt like I was wrapped up in just a way, like, my social media was just not what I wanted it to be. And I felt like I was just like so focused on posting, 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 and not really thinking about, okay, but am I posting actually what I want to be posting? Like, am I creating that content that I want to create? So you can fall into this trap of being frustrated with your content or frustrated with your work. And for me, I had to really take a step back and reevaluate, like, hey, okay, so what is it that I really want out of this? What do I want other people to get out of this? Because it has to benefit both parties. Like, I can't just be creating and producing for my followers and for my supporters, but it's not satisfying me creatively or satisfying me even money wise, So I had to really, like, ask myself and be real with myself about what I wanted to get out of what I'm doing. And that's when I decided that I needed to make change. So sometimes you just have to make a little bit of change. You have to reevaluate the situation and figure out exactly what you want to be doing and what you want to get out of it. So that's how I've been able to overcome. Also, talking to other creatives too, because talking to someone that doesn't work a creative job is kind of like, it's not as helpful, right? So I like to talk to Devin or even any of my friends, because we kind of all are in the same boat. We're all entrepreneurs, we're all YouTubers, or something. We have something in common creatively. So we kind of all understand each other, and I love talking to my friends and getting their opinions on things, because we all have very much different audiences. Even if we talk about the same things or similar things, we still all have different audiences. So we have different perspectives on things. So talking to someone, getting their opinions on some things can also help you, and it might get you out of that rut of being frustrated. Um, my next question. Do you have any advice for balancing your day when you have a big to-do list? I like this question because my to-do list is usually as long as my arm, okay? It's usually, a lot of things that I have to get done. And then also now it's even longer because I want to incorporate this whole morning routine. So I'm like, there's things that I have to do in the morning even before getting to all of the tasks that I need to do for work. But you know what? Honestly, I have days, like, I have different days. So some days I'm feeling very much like, okay, I'm really excited about working. I'm really motivated. I want to crush this to-do list. And with me, a lot of the stuff that I'm working on is very time consuming. So I know like I might be working on one same thing for a few hours out of the day. So it gets kind of tricky when you only have a certain amount of hours in the day that you're going to work and you have multiple different things to get done. So most of the time, I always have at least a few things that are not going to take me as long. And so some days I'm like, all right, I'm going to do all the quick stuff first because I know that I have three long, long, long things that I need to do. And I know that by the time I'm done with that, I'm going to be drained and I'm not going to want to do anything else. So I try not to, utilize all of my energy when I first start working. So I'll work on the easy things first, right? So I'm like, ooh, if I have four things that I know I can knock out really quickly, let me do that, get it off my to-do list. And when I scratch something off of the to-do list, that literally makes me feel so good and makes me feel so much more motivated, I guess. So I might even be setting myself up for success when it comes to tackling those longer things. Like I have more momentum going. I'm more excited about it. I'm more motivated to keep crushing the things off of my to-do list. So I have days like that where it's just like, all right, yeah, let me just do the easy stuff first, save the longer tasks for last so that once I complete those things, I can just be done for the day. And then other days, I'm just like, oh my God, I have, these really, really big things that I need to work on. And I just need to get that out the way first because I'm more focused sometimes in the beginning too. So it just really depends on what kind of day I'm having. But yeah, I know like a lot of the times, more times than not, I'm feeling like I want to do the easier things first to just get those out of the way. I feel like, the way that you balance your days, the way that you knock out your to-do list is up to you, but it definitely also depends on priority, and also making realistic to-do lists for the day because like I said, it's really bad to have unrealistic goals for the day because you will feel like a failure at the end of the day if you didn't get everything done. So I try to be real with myself nowadays. Like, am I really going to get all this stuff done? Like, is that really possible for me to get all that stuff done? Like, realistically. And when I say realistically, I mean with a lunch break, with a dinner break, with a break in general, if I just need to relax for a second, not just me like working nonstop all day because I really don't like days like that because they're very tiring. And usually the next day I feel like crap. Like I don't want to do anything. I'm just like feeling like I did the most. Like I overworked, I did too much. So yeah, it starts with a realistic to-do list first and then after that, just like balancing things based off of priority. If you're in a situation where things have hard deadlines and that'll be easy. Like if you have to finish up something that's due today, then obviously, do those things first, the time sensitive things first. But if it's just like, regular everyday things, nothing really with a hard deadline, I would just say whichever way is going to make you feel most productive. For me, most of the times is getting the easy things done first because yeah, I don't like to do anything after I do the draining stuff. I'd be like, I'm ready to clock out. Okay. The next question, any productivity tips that you have been living by lately? Productivity tips. I mean, that goes back to the to-do list too. Just making sure that I'm making a to-do list every single day. Because, sometimes the days are different, but I realize that now I have a lot of Instagram accounts to manage. And so I need it on my to-do list to post to each in every Instagram. I need that on my list, I need to physically see that and I need to physically check that off to make sure that I do every single page because I could post over here and be like, "Oh yeah, I posted on Instagram," but then, I don't post to the other 5 pages. So, I think, I've been trying to make sure I have a list because I'm well aware that my brain cannot remember everything and I don't ever want to forget or miss certain things. Um other than that, just making sure that I am fully fueled and ready to take on the day because I am that girl that likes to skip breakfast. And I feel like that is not a productive way to start your day, and that's not helping you be more productive throughout the day. So if I'm not fully fueled for the day, have a lot of energy in the morning to, start to get stuff done, then I'm slacking when it comes to my to-do list. So I think taking care of me first is a productivity tip. Make sure you're good, make sure you are well equipped to handle everything for the day. Because if not, then what's the point? And the last question that I have is, how do you celebrate your accomplishments? I like this question because I feel like we've talked about it a lot, celebrating the accomplishments, celebrating even the little things. But if I do something really great and I achieve something that I've been working towards, or we reach a milestone like how we did today, most of the time I will just give myself something that I want. And that could be a day off from work. That could be a bottle of wine. That could be, me hanging out with my friends or whatever. Nowadays it's just like we're not just casually hanging out with our friends like that. Just randomly, it's kind of like a fully planned out thing, or it has to be like we're celebrating something, right? Or, just like our regular scheduled program, like a Tipsy Thursday or something like that. But I try to do something that I want to do, and it's always different, like it's always different. Sometimes I'll do a little retail therapy, you know, I'll reward myself with retail retail shopping. Yeah, it just depends. It really just depends. I have a massage membership now at a spa, so I can kind of plan, when I want to go and have a whole day of just self-care, and just pampering myself and going that extra mile to pamper myself. So, yeah, it really just depends, but usually, I'm doing something. And even if it's just something small, y'all know I love wine, and I just feel like, people look at that as not really a big thing. Like, oh, you can just go to the store, get a bottle of wine. That's nothing. No, no, no. For me, it's a celebration. Okay. And that's just something that I like to do. So, yeah, that's how I celebrate my accomplishments. I think it's really important to celebrate stuff, especially now. It's just like you're killing it. We're in such a challenging time, and we're all still working really hard to, maneuver through this time. So anytime you have a one up, anytime you have a win, anytime, I don't care how big or small it is, celebrate in some way, shape, or form. Okay. If it's something really big, we getting a cake. Okay. We getting a cake and we getting champagne because we popping bottles now. Okay. So yeah, that was my last question that I had. Um, yeah, celebrate life. Period. Right? We gotta celebrate. I feel like me and Devin are always celebrating, huh? It's the wine for me. Why you ain't getting none? You don't know.
I don't know.
Mm.
What?
What you gotta say? You don't have nothing to say.
Yeah. So do you have like a creative process when you come up with YouTube content?
Um, I feel like it depends on what kind of content. I feel like now more than ever, because I want to get back into that fashion content that I've been talking about. So, um, I just ordered some stuff yesterday for some fashion content. And I think that, I kind of start out with thinking about what I want the video to be in general. Like, what is this video going to be? Is it going to be an unboxing? Is it going to be a haul? Is it going to be a try on? What are we going to do? And then once I figure that part out, I then try to think about, the circumstances, like what what season are we in? That's why I'm like, now I feel like I need to, get my spring and summer attire together, my wardrobe together. So I think about that, and then I go shopping. So it's just like I feel like the creative process starts first with an idea of a video, and then I assess the situation, like, do I have everything that I need for this video? Do I need to order stuff for this video? If I need to order stuff, what kind of stuff do I need to order? Then I do that, and most of the time I try to maximize. So like I placed one order for stuff, but that's going to create two videos for me. So I think about, how I can maximize with the resources that I have, because, you know, spending money, and to get the most out of your money is always the goal, right? So, yeah, I figure out how I can maximize that, and then I execute. So I feel like that's my creative process right now with the fashion videos. I feel like when it comes to like lookbooks and OOTDs and stuff, it's just mainly like, what do I want to showcase? And I kind of just let myself do whatever I want to do, like whatever I'm inspired by when it comes to the outfits. I get inspired on Instagram or TikTok or YouTube, even by other people or by fashion designers or whatever. And that's kind of how I get things going. That's what sparks it for me, like the inspiration. I see something and I'm like, ooh, I want to do something like that, but I want to wear this kind of outfit, or I want to change it up and do it like this. So I feel like that's kind of how my creative process goes. And I also feel like my brain just kind of like jumps all over the place sometimes. All over the place. Can you agree that I'm all over the place? I think you can. I'm all over the place. Um yeah, I think that's how my process goes. And then, film, try to figure out how I want to film things to where it's getting the point across the best that it possibly can. And then I think that's the end of the process, right? Yeah, plan it, get inspired. I feel like I start with getting inspired, then I plan, then I execute. So that's kind of like my creative process, step by step.
Got you.
What's yours?
What?
I just want Devin to talk, y'all. I just be like, say something, man. What's on your mind? Let me know what's on your mind. No, seriously, I be trying to figure out how Devin's creative process works, like with your music videos, because I'm like, this man will sit here and create a whole movie. And I'm like, how did you come up with that? How did you do that? Or even like your
Imagination, man.
treatments that you be creating. I'm like, where do you get these ideas?
What?
I don't understand. I don't get it.
Imagination, man.
Now, see, there's two different ways of getting inspired. It's like you either have that imagination where you can envision something. See, that's why I think I can't draw. Like, because those images, like, they don't just be popping up in my head. And Devin talking about imagination. So you be getting all them visions in your head. That's crazy. That's amazing, actually. That's impressive. That's impressive.
I was
Wow.
getting inspired by like different things that I see.
Mm-hmm. I just feel like your brain is just wired so differently. It's amazing. I'm serious.
What's so different?
Because I don't know. I guess it's just because you really be finessing. Finesse king. I don't know. I don't feel like my brain works like that. Maybe it's just
Like
me.
what?
To like see, okay, like I feel like you'll see like a tree. He'll see a tree. And then all of a sudden we have this whole masterpiece. Like,
What?
what? I don't know. I don't know. I feel like I have more direct inspirations, and I feel like maybe sometimes yours are more abstract. I don't know. But he be creating, okay? That was a great question. Creative process. Just make it happen.
That was it.
And that was it. You don't want to know nothing else about me?
What?
You don't want to know nothing else about the girl?
Like
Okay.
what?
I don't know. That's your job, not mine.
I asked my question already.
But what else you want to know? Like, what have you been thinking about?
What?
What have I been thinking about? Why are you not drinking wine? What's your favorite wine?
I mean, probably red wine right now.
Just red, like no specific one.
Probably the Oliver brand.
Ooh, Oliver Sweet Red, grape juice. What's y'all favorite wine? Y'all gotta let me know. Y'all gotta let me know. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anyone's question, because I did put up a thing on Instagram today. Like, what do y'all want to know about me? Do y'all know everything that y'all would want to know? I'm working on some new glosses, y'all. Are y'all ready for that? I don't think so. Oh, our new podcast Instagram. Y'all, please go follow our new page. Go follow the podcast Instagram. You know what?
Did you say the name of it?
I did.
Yeah.
I did say the name of it at the beginning. Hello, it's me. I am IAmKNicole. You know what I want to know? I want to know how all of the influencers end up in the same place at the same time. Like, why is everyone in Mexico right now? Is there like a broadcasted thing to where everyone knows that we're all gonna go to Mexico at the same time, even though we're all there for different reasons? Like, I'd be so confused about that. How does that work? Even like a couple months ago when everybody was in Aspen, I'm like, how did everyone just get the memo that we're gonna all go to Aspen at the same time? And we're not even like all together doing the same thing. We're not here for the same reasons, but we're just all in the same place at the same time. I don't get it.
Just like a thing on Instagram, like a whole bunch of people be at the same place, like either in Mexico or wherever the popular vacation spot is.
I will never understand.
I mean, it's like one person posts it and then everybody just like, oh, I want to go there too.
But then we all end up there at the same time. Like, I feel like there's so much planning that goes into a trip, you know? Maybe not.
Oh, so maybe not for some people.
I guess. That's still crazy to me. Yeah, you guys. I'm just excited. I think I'm feeling a little tipsy off the wine, and I didn't even drink that much. This wine is strong, okay? Yeah, so after this, I'm about to figure out what is for lunch. And I don't know, it's Saturday. Like, I feel like I should not be working on a Saturday. I don't know what I'm gonna do for the rest of the day, but yeah, stay tuned for some new things coming very soon. I feel like I say that all the time because y'all, I'm literally always working on something. Always, always, always working on something. So just stay tuned. Cheers to another milestone episode. Shout out to Devin for producing the podcast. Very exciting. I don't know. What are you gonna say when we get to like 100 episodes of the podcast? Like, what kind of celebration does that call for?
I mean, it's just like reflecting on the show.
Oh, can you imagine me reflecting on the show after 100 episodes? I'd probably cry. Seriously, because I was listening to like our old episodes and I'm like, I say we, but it's really you. You really increased the quality, like for sure. That quality went up, okay? Quality went up. I became, more comfortable being in here, being in front of the mic and talking to y'all, but the quality went up. So I can't even imagine what episode 100 is going to look like. But make sure y'all following us on Instagram. Follow me, follow Devin, follow all of my new Instagram accounts, Your Daily Dose of Co. Hello, it's me. I am IAmKNicole. Make sure you're following me on TikTok. There's just so many things that you guys need to follow. Keep up with me. Keep up with me on all my platforms. All of them are always linked down below. Make sure you're shopping Smudge. Make sure you're shopping Crochet by K. Make sure you're shopping Crown Royal Extensions. Make sure you check out our YouTube creators asset pack. And what else am I missing? I think that's everything. If you're watching this on YouTube, give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe to my channel down below. We are taking off, okay? I love y'all. Thank y'all for supporting us, supporting me in my dreams, and I will see y'all in episode 31. Bye.